Hello, and welcome to the Metaverse. I have some incredible stories to tell you today. Hint, they're all bee related. I used to be petrified of bees, and the two women I spoke with had some fascinating bee related stories to tell. These women are Paige Dansinger, keynote speaker and owner of Better World Museum, and Miss Tink, known as the Bee Queen. She's been interviewed by National Geographic for her bee dances. She's been doing these since 2001 and dances with up to 14,000 bees all over her body. And what you're going to get to hear is firsthand experience of her describing these stories. And Paige even had an incredible story to tell too. So I'm going to leave this preview up here of a video from her channel, and you can follow in the description and let me know what you think.
I normally have about 12,000 to 14,000 bees on me when I do a bee dance. I haven't done one since COVID, so it's time. Maybe I think it's gonna have to happen until next summer. Next summer we'll do our other one.
What's a bee dance?
So I cover myself in bees. I call it my bee blouse, and I dance for about the last time I did a bee dance. I had 88 people in a circle. I have everyone dressed in white, and beforehand we have this huge feast, and everyone eats food together. And then I have musicians that play for me, and then I dance for each person individually.
With the bees on you?
Yeah.
Do they not get mad?
No,
What?
you just have to be really calm. And I hum at them while they're landing. They take about 40 minutes to an hour to land on my body. So
she puts pheromones on her skin.
Sure. Yeah, so I sing sort of to them. And then I usually like have musicians parade me into the circle. So yeah, it's about a 4-hour occurrence. I don't really like to call it a performance. It's kind of more of a ceremony, but I don't really like the word ceremony either. So I've been calling it an occurrence, an experience.
Are you the one that had the Nat Geo interview?
Yeah.
Wow, I know who you are. Neat. I will plug all of this, so I will definitely need links for both what you've mentioned and what you've mentioned, so I can make sure I can plug all that. Wow, nice to meet you. You do something I couldn't be paid enough money in the world to do.
I actually have never really been paid too much to do it. I just work my butt off to do it because I really believe that people need to go, aha. It's all about the aha moment and giving people the awareness that we're all together and we're all a hive or we're all a cell. And sometimes I kind of think of the bees as a cellular system and humans as a cellular system. So that's a little spiel.
I have a bee story.
Oh yes, please. I'm enjoying this topic.
In the middle of nowhere. I was living in the Carson National Forest outside of Taos, New Mexico, which is like literally in the middle of nowhere. I would go on a walk. It was close to dusk. I found like some pinon tree pitch. Ooze the sap, and it's really fragrant, but a ball of it. And maybe I was a little in love or in fact wrists and behind my ears and even behind my knees because, well, why not, right? And first I heard a zoom go by me, and then a zoom, and then a zoom, and a zoom, and a zoom, and a zoom. And pretty soon the whole entire air was vibrating, and it sounded like a train was going through. It was so loud. It was so loud. My heartbeat and my breath were vibrating in the same vibration. And the entire, because I was like feeling these pelts all around me, and I was in all these big hippie clothes, and I was like, oh, I need to like gather them closer to me, right? And when I looked down, the entire ground was kind of moving like a carpet. And I was like, oh my God, it's all bees on the ground. And I didn't know if I was going to step into like the nest. And so I was so afraid, and I didn't know where I was. And now it's kind of dark, and there's like billions of bees pelting me. And I knew that if I got afraid, that I was gonna be stung to death. And it was just gonna be like one of those discovery shows where, you know, they find some girl's bones years from now. And my parents, I just thought of them, and I thought of my parents always, like, you know, their grief and wondering what horror could have happened to their daughter, right? And I wasn't gonna let it happen. I wasn't gonna die. And so I just got like calm, and I gathered all my clothes next to me, and I didn't want to step on the ground. And there were these sage brushes all over, like dotted throughout the ground, because I was, you know, in the middle of the sage in New Mexico. And so I started gingerly hopping over the sage. Hop, did it hop, did it hop? And so I kind of got this cadence where I was like, didn't hop, didn't hop. And before I knew it, I felt like a rabbit. Like I was little bunny foo-foo hopping over the sagebrush. And I just knew that if I stayed as a rabbit, that the bees would just ignore me. And so I hopped and I hopped and I hopped. And eventually the sky and the air stopped vibrating as much, and I could start to feel my heart and my breath again, be breath instead of vibration. And I just kept hopping and hopping, and eventually I kind of got to the old fence near the wagon trail, the wagon wheel trail, and I knew that it would, if I took it that way, I would kind of make it back close to where I was supposed to be. And I checked myself, and I shook myself out, and I checked my hair, and I didn't have any bees stuck on me, and I didn't have a single sting. And I am so afraid of bees too.
This is gonna be a whole little gas page up episode, isn't it? Oh, I think it's about time. Oh yeah.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I totally accept hugs and love.
Real ones too? Because I'm okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Oh, you guys are cute.
Casey.
I want a hug.
Oh,